Have you ever felt like life was pressing you down, blocking every path you tried to take? Today I have a story for you, a story about a tiny seed buried under a heavy stone who discovered something most people never learn. By the end of this story, you will understand why your biggest obstacle might be the very thing making you unbreakable. In the middle of a burning desert, where golden sand stretched as far as the eye could see, a small date seed lay buried deep beneath the surface. The sun poured down relentless heat, and right above the seed, pressing it down, was a heavy, immovable stone. Inside that tiny seed, there was a spark of life. It wanted to grow. It wanted to see the sky, feel the wind, and stand beneath the warm sunlight. One day, the seed gathered all its strength and pushed upward. The stone did not move. It pushed again, harder this time. Still, nothing. The seed grew sad and whispered to itself, "My fate is so unfair. I am trapped here forever." The desert is usually silent, but that day, a gentle wind passed through the sand. It reached the seed and whispered softly, "Do not complain. Look downward." The seed was confused. Look downward. What could possibly be there? But slowly, it began to understand. If the path above was closed, maybe there was a path below. From that day, the seed changed its direction. Instead of pushing upward, it began growing its roots deeper into the sand. The soil was hard. The dry earth resisted. Many times, the seed grew tired and asked itself, "Am I trying for nothing?" But every time doubt crept in, it remembered the wind's whisper. "Do not complain. Look downward." Days passed. Months passed. Years passed. From above, nothing seemed to change. Anyone walking by would see only a lifeless stone lying on the sand. No one knew that beneath it, a quiet, extraordinary struggle was taking place. Finally, after years of patient effort, the roots reached deep underground water. The moment they touched it, something powerful awakened inside the seed. It no longer had just hope, now it had strength. Once again, it pushed upward. The stone still didn't move, but this time, the seed noticed something, a tiny gap at the edge of the stone, barely visible, but enough to create a path. Slowly, patiently, it grew through that narrow space. One day, it finally emerged, not as a weak little sprout, but with a strong stem and deep roots, carrying the strength of everything it had endured. Time passed, and that small plant grew into a tall date palm tree, its branches reaching toward the sky, its roots holding the earth tightly beneath it. Then one day, a violent sandstorm struck the desert. Dust filled the sky. The wind tore through everything, uprooting smaller plants, throwing them aside like straw. But the date palm stood tall. The wind bent it, but it could not break it, because its roots ran deep, deeper than any storm could reach. And what forced those roots to grow so deep? The very stone the seed once believed was its greatest curse. Now, think about your own life. How many times have you complained about a struggle, a failure, an obstacle blocking your way? But what if that very struggle is quietly building something stronger inside you? When the path above is blocked, life may be asking you to grow deeper, into patience, into wisdom, into quiet strength. People who do not give up in hard times, who keep strengthening their roots even when no one is watching, eventually become unshakable. One day, they stand so strong that no storm in the world can bring them down. So the next time a heavy stone appears in your life, do not complain. That stone might be the very reason you grow strong enough to face every storm that comes your way. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs strength today. Subscribe for more stories that bring patience, courage, and quiet power to your life. Until next time, grow deep, stand tall.